Appreciated that you are here. For those of you just now tuning in, my name is CarmelOP, and welcome back to Spirits of Xanadu. I don't know where that body's at, so that might be one of the dude who's like a killer or something. Oh God.
My name, Solomon Michael Agnew, and I am a science officer aboard the... My name is Solomon Michael... Fuck off! My name is Solomon Agnew, and I am a science officer on the Xanadu. I am 36 years and... Fuck off! Stop talking!
Cryogenic pods now functional in the midway. Docking with... in 3, 2...
What?
Docking aborted.
Okay, so we fixed that. Okay, so a lot just happened there. Okay, so that's just a page. I'm not even worried about that. Okay, but there was straight up a body in there. Straight up. So this just got a lot scarier, to be honest with you. Okay, let's save really quick. Oh God. Okay, I'm really terrified now. They're all on the other side of this door. I hear them. Wait, is the... Okay, I can't get to the bridge now. Why not? Okay, well, we'll fix that real quick. Okay, weekly briefing minutes. Yeah, Commander LZ. Yeah. 21st March 1982. This is the 112th weekly meeting of the crew of the Xanadu. All crew members present. Commander Lucy Zhao cheering. Scored. Let the record show that Lieutenant John sneezed. The record will show that well enough for ships. Recent repairs to the ship's exterior as arranged by Lieutenant Johns. Perhaps Cornell, you could give us an update. All repairs completed. The damage to stabilizer 3B was less than expected. We are fully operational and ready to return to Worth whenever. Okay, whatever. Okay, whatever. The more games I play, the more I appreciate the Deus Ex prequels. I was originally very critical of them being dumbed down. Well, I mean, they're too streamlined. I mean, the Deus Ex prequels, they're so streamlined to where I still haven't figured out a way of like putting this, but I know we've talked about it before, where the developers want you to have a catered experience rather than you creating your own experience. You know, that's just what it is. You know, they want players to experience a very specific set of... It's like pretty much like Call of Duty, where the player is forced to go down hallway after hallway after hallway. That way they run into planned cutscene after planned cutscene after planned cutscene. And that's just how they operate. And that's how modern games are. They want you to have a very specific experience because they treat it like movies in a way. Or like with a movie, there's no interaction. With video games, there's at least a little bit. But that's because I think developers are like probably too scared or inexperienced to really like put in a lot of variation into a video game story or whatnot. If I had to guess, I feel like that's it. Like they just... Why doesn't that door open anymore? Okay, somebody locked the door to the bridge, but tough shit, I can get into the bridge regardless. Okay, so what are we missing here? I guess the game is just going to require me to go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth 100 times until I figure out like what's going on. Yeah, like, it's just, like I've said before, anybody can make a game. It takes only a very few can create a game. That's really it. That's new. The chairs weren't like this a minute ago, were they? I don't think the chairs were assembled in such a way. Okay. Yeah, I think they're like wanting subtle things to slowly happen. Like subtle changes. I feel like. I could be wrong though, I'm usually wrong. Because there was a body in there. There was 100% a body in there at one point, and the couches are back on the floor. Okay, I'm getting chills, I'm not gonna lie. Not gonna lie. I'm getting some chills. And like thus far, the only threats have been robots. And some things popping up here and there unexpectedly. In this room, like I don't know what the fuck we gotta do in this room. Okay, because that's not going to return to the dock, so we gotta figure this out. We gotta figure this room out somehow. Because that's the only one that actually allows me to press a button. There's nothing in here. Actually, hold on. Let me just double check and make sure that absolutely none of these. Oh, you know what? That dude probably stabbed the other dude and shoved him into the pod and sent him down. Probably, maybe. I don't know. I'm not gonna lie. Like my pulse is up a little bit. Okay, so none of the buttons work. Like, there's no other buttons I can press. I can press these ones all day long, but nothing's happening, so I gotta fix this somehow. Where's the, okay, bathroom, so let's head down this way. Storage, yeah, we were just in here, nothing new in here. There's like something blocking the engines, but I don't even know how to... Maybe unless I gotta go to the shuttle bay and out? That's really the only thing I can think of, but that doesn't really make sense. Yeah, nothing here. Yeah, there's the chair. Yeah, nothing in here again. Let's see here, sensory room, which makes 0 sense. What are you? Oh yeah, you're the turret off one of the guns. Oh hey, now I can press these buttons. Okay, don't like that. Yeah, I don't like that one bit. Fuck, no, I do not. Oh yeah, this room. Oh, what's your code for that? Okay, 3141. Oh, hey. Okay. Sure, why not?
I have always loved the stars.
The orange box, get it?
I have always loved to sit and read in this room and watch them. I have loved my books, my thoughts. I once loved a girl who was more beautiful than I ever deserved. I love my nephews. I want them to be human, to live and die, not to... Today I killed Johns.
Ooh.
I shot him and I threw his body out into space just as he had done for Solomon. But it is not enough. I will try to reach the bridge. If I cannot make it past the robots, then I will leave the ship and hope I take it with me. I must clench my mind like a fist, even to say these words. It hems me in, a dome of madness. don't have much time. If you are listening to this, then I have failed, and it will be up to you to finish it. If there is any sign that it is still here, then you must do so. It's not a virus. It's not anything like that. It's too beautiful, a wonder too great to be allowed. It hangs in the center, dreaming. Only a star will end it. I've left the coordinates everywhere I could, tried to veil my intentions, but it will wipe them wherever it can.
The book
It will
pages.
not even permit me to say them. I have not told the half of what I have seen.
Let's see here. The orange box, a collection of way better games. Imagine being 12 and getting the orange box for 24 bucks. Yeah. What was it? Half-Life 2, Episode 1 and 2, and Portal, and Team Fortress 2. I mean, yeah, it was a good deal. It was a good deal for everything it had. Okay, observation. Okay. Alright, well, we still gotta find out. I don't know what to do next. We were just in crew quarters not long ago too, huh? Let's go back. Actually, let's see if we can get out into space somehow. Because like the engine room said there was like obstructions or something. You also got Half-Life Source in the deathmatch games, but you know, nobody cares about those. Yeah, I got the orange box on console way back in the day. I didn't have a gaming PC until like I was in 9th grade, and even then, like, I used it for Spore, and really not much else. Like, I didn't really, like, PC gaming wasn't my thing then, you know. Aux power. Oh yeah, we just turned those things on. Nope. Okay, we don't have the power to engage those. We've already replaced the fuses. Okay, so let's get out of engineering. But yeah, that was honestly, it's wild to think about. You get 3 games for like pretty much dirt cheap. Valve with their legendary game deals, always. I mean, like, you know, the unfortunate part is now, is there a guy here this time? Nope, okay. The unfortunate thing is like, when you get older and you can afford all the games you fucking want, the Steam sales don't look as juicy anymore because you end up buying everything on all the other Steam sales. So, you know, it is what it is, but, you know, it still kind of hurts a little bit. Okay, let's go down to the shuttle bay again. Can I break open this glass? No. Okay. Any more suicide bots in here? Oh yeah, there are. Just 2. Okay, is there no way for me to go out into the void? Guessing not. Unless this game like solely relies on the player to keep going back and forth through everything, like that's what I'm starting to think. I think that's like really it. I'm like, it's reliant. What's your list? What's your terminal cameras, engine room? Okay, that's done. Engineering. We're good there. I'm broke IRL, so I still can't buy many games. It's actually a good feeling. I mean, I guess, you know, at least it gives you a reason to go back and play a bunch of older titles instead. What the fuck? What? What? Why is that going off? What's going on? Why is it going off? Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Okay. That's gonna take me into here. Okay, I'm missing something probably super basic. We will find it eventually, though. Let's hear. One guy once said, "The reason we remember games we played in our childhood so fondly is not only nostalgia, but because we only had a small handful of games to play and we really cherished them." That's true to an extent, because I feel like a lot of, like, we've lost a lot of quality too. Well, let's jump down this vent, see where it takes me. Okay. Where does this go? Oh, hey, that's a shotgun. Let's stick with the assault rifle, or SMG, or whatever you want to call it. I'm 100% not denying that we have lost quality, yeah. Oh, hey. Okay, so this goes here. I think that's part of it is, yeah, there's nostalgia. And, yeah, we cherish the few games we had. But, I mean, like, you don't get, like, even... So, here's, like, the hardest part about being, like, a reviewer. Is that when, like, say if I were to create a game tomorrow, just snap it right into existence. Like, if I were a game developer, not a game reviewer. If I snapped a video game into existence tomorrow, the thing is that not only does it have to work, have a good story and everything else, but me as a developer should look at every other game that's ever existed and be like, hey, what worked, what didn't work, how can we not repeat this for whatever reason? You kind of get what I'm saying? So, like, that's what a lot of, like, indie devs, like, they don't really do, I've noticed. They don't look at other titles for examples, and they don't look at, like, how gameplay mechanics can affect the overall quality of a title. Which, you know, if that even makes sense. But, like, it's just, I feel like a lot of most video games now, like, you know, like mainstream, like, you know, AAA, whatever, even AA titles do this, where it's more or less, and I don't even know where we need to fucking go at this point, where it's more or less, wait, we were just there. It just, people are just making games, they're not creating them anymore, you know. They're not creating a Dishonored, they're not creating a Deus Ex, they're not creating anything substantially new or anything that you would care about. I don't, like, a lot of it's story, and then also at the same time, I don't know if that's where I've gotten older, like, a lot of stories are rinse, wash, repeat. You know, and there's a title coming out real soon that I got to play test, and I'm not looking forward to its story, but they might have cut out a lot of it. Another thing which you might not think about, AAA developers pretty much use pre-made code bases, kind of like prefabricated stuff. Yeah, that's another problem too. Everybody uses fucking the Unreal Engine. Like, every game developer, small or large, uses the Unreal Engine, and so therefore everything looks similar. Even though, like, I've said this before, if you go into, like, a sci-fi setting versus a fantasy setting, for some reason they look exactly the same. I don't know how to explain it. You could put me in Minas Tirith from Lord of the Rings in Unreal Engine, and then put me in a Super Star Destroyer or the Death Star in Star Wars, and, like, it will look the same, weirdly enough. And like, I don't know how to like explain that further, but that's just kind of how it feels. Everything feels so similar, or looks so similar. Like it's all the post-processing effects too, but I also think it's because like graphically games have gotten to where they look so great. Like it kind of doesn't matter anymore. My buddy sent me, a buddy and I were talking about this, and he sent me a quote of talking about the same thing. And it hit the fucking nail on the head too. Okay, game, what the fuck? Because I can't press anything over here, even though that button's green. There's like, unless like I can get out via survey and get outside the ship and fix whatever obstructions there are. Unless, hold on, let's go to survey and see if I can't get out. If I can't get out, I'll go back to the engine room and see if there's like something like up above that I just did not see, you know? That could be it. I mean, that might be the only thing that I can think of. Deus Ex was special because it was a lot of custom programmed systems strapped together to create that gameplay that weirdly works. Well, I think it's not only that. Oh, what the fuck? This door's locked too? What? Oh no. Unless it's like broken. I don't hear anything. But I think it was a unique game. One, the story was phenomenal. It was good. It had so much going for it with the story. It was sci-fi, but not too out of this world to where like once something is so unrealistic, like it loses some of its interest. You know? But not only that, the Deus Ex 1 had, you know, the human part of JC and the robot part of him, which, you know, matters a lot more than what people give it credit for. Oh, what the fuck? Okay, he's on the other side of that door. So, you know, the fact that you had two skill trees, essentially. Like, imagine playing Dishonored, and then you had, like, lockpicking, which I can't remember if you had lockpicking or not. But imagine if you had a set of human skills along with the superpowers you got. Like, that would, you know, that would add a lot to the game, believe it or not. You know, you have two experience systems you're managing, and you can really vary up a play style. I don't know, like that was the one thing like I didn't realize when I was writing the review, the first time around. Okay. I think I'm actually stuck. Let me just load. I think I'm actually stuck. Okay, let's go to survey, then we'll go back to the engine room. I wonder if I can, like, just open one of the doors, if it's even possible. I mean, I doubt I can, but, you know, might as well check, and then we'll go back to the engine room and see if there's anything else. I'm about like...
Personnel, please report to the engine room.
There's the hint. There's the fucking hint. I mean, I'm obviously younger than you. My generation really lacks real human contact. I mean, you think you do, but you really don't. You know, if you go to school, you talk to people, believe it or not. Okay, so engine room, engineering, should be here, right? Yeah, engine room's this way. Okay. At least the game gave me a hint, but I kind of figured out just go to engineering or the engine bay anyway, or engine room, engine bay, whatever the fuck you want to call it. Oh, okay. Already put. Wait, I already did this. I already did this. What the fuck? I'm looking for obstructions. I'm not seeing any. Unless I did this out of order or something and it fucked with the game, maybe. But I already did this. Okay, yeah. Obstruction detected. Obstruction detected, obstruction detected. What obstructions? Okay. So what obstructions are there? Because this doesn't make any sense. I have no idea what obstructions they're talking about, and I doubt the game is programmed for me to shoot something and it break something open. Okay, yeah. Okay, so there's no... Well, hold on. Is energy supposed to be flowing through those? If so, why not? I can't tell if it's really supposed to or not, though. That's the conundrum here. Because there's broken glass here, but like there's nothing... There's no reason for anything to be happening. Or not working, rather. Oh! I did not see those. There we go. Hold up. Well, if I grew up in a really bad place, I was surrounded by crap. Hey, that happens, man. There we go. All right. For those of you watching live, it is greatly appreciated that you were here.